Hello and welcome everyone. Myself Muhammad. In this video, we're going to implement a multi-agent pipeline, for automated content generation for social media marketing, a digital platform, I would say. So currently, for a company for digital marketing, there will be a team with specific jobs. For example, trend analysis on social media, brand strategy analysis and or strategy development, and content creation, and like the post what they need to do and some visuals to be generated. These steps are currently manual and which will take some effort and time in order to do. So our idea is, let us try to make these steps automated, so that given a company name and the industry type, the pipeline will going to do all these steps and give us the content, the final content which we will going to upload it. I mean the post, what kind of content we should be posting, and also some visuals like image will be generating in order to post it. So this is the overall idea, and in order to do so, I use the tech stack like CrewAI to create and orchestrate the agents. And the brain of the complete pipeline, I use Llama 3.1, the 8 billion parameter model. And also for image generation, stable diffusion I'm using over here, and for visualization or a UI creation, since it's a demo, so I use a grad.io just for demonstrating how it works. So this is the overall setup I'm going to use, and of course this is a local setup, and you don't need any API keys in order to utilize it. I'm hosting the model over Olama local server, I would say. And to do all this stuff, I'm using Colab, Google Colab. So that's the overall setup, and if you go back to the main page, the end result will look like this. For example, we'll be printing something like this: AI social media manager, which is running our local host, on my Google browser. And I given a content like target industry type as AI smart homes, and the company name as tech living. Then it generates some post like this. Like the post number one for a platform called Instagram. You can like smart homes just go even more smarter, introducing the latest innovation from tech living something. This is a post. And in the same way, the other platform like Twitter and Facebook, etc., you will get some 5 posts. We can increase the number, this just for demo. And something like this, an image visuals will be generated. We can also increase the number of images as well. This is just a demo, so I created one. So this is the target. Given any other name here, and industry target, and the company name. Accordingly, it will search over the all the social media platforms live. It will actually do it. It's not a dummy, but it actually do it. And then it will bring us with these kind of solutions. This is the overall target, and in order to do so, we'll one by one see how to implement it step by step. Let me go back to my slide. Like I said, we need multiple steps. And every step we'll going to implement as a agent. And then we'll use CrewAI in order to orchestrate them all. Let's see. Let me go for the next. Perfect. So here the overall idea as we seen. We will be asking user to provide industry name, and the company name, so that we can start our search. So these are the inputs, and these are the kind of agents which will do the individual task. For example, trend analysis will research all the trending topics relevant to the company and the industry type, and the content will be generated and passed to the next agent, which is strategy development, which will do the job of which will tell the next content creator, saying what kind of data we are looking for and how to generate the data. Specific post, I would say 5 posts what we just now seen, how to create it, what's the strategy, and the format of data, everything it will tell us for the next agent, which is content creator. Okay, so the content creator job will be to create multiple posts, okay, along with a optionally image generator, okay, as an example. Okay, that's the overall idea. Perfect. And the benefits are as follows. Definitely you'll save a lot of time over here, and also this solution is fully local hosted. Okay, you don't need to pay anything. I mean, I didn't use any big models like ChatGPT 5, etc., which actually requires you to purchase the API key. You need to pay for it. Okay, so there's no subscription required. Okay, and the solution, since it's a demo, so I run it on the Google Colab. Okay, or even if you have some other workstation with you around having maybe 16 GB VRAM is good enough to run it. Okay, so this is the setup. Locally you can run and generate the stuff. Okay, so and of course a small not so perfect, but yeah, good user friendly Grid IO based UI also we have created here. We'll see very soon how it being created. Okay, and yeah, so as an example, I just added one more agent, I would say, which will generate the visuals or only images as of now, since it's a demo. We can add it more like videos or some other stuff. There are a lot of rooms to improve it, but I just wanted to showcase the overall pipeline, how to do it. Extensions are of course possible. Perfect. So let's get started. I will go back to the browser. Okay, and here is my Colab. Okay, and in the Google Colab I open separately one terminal here. Okay, within it. Okay, if you go down, there is an option to do so. You can click terminal on the left side bottom. There is a terminal option available. Click on it, you will get it. Okay, so I just run and keep the thing ready in order to save our time. Okay, so yeah, so at the beginning I am installing Olama, because I want to host my I want to start the server over there. So I just installed the Olama here, and then this starting the server over here, I just did it over here. You can see now the server gets started with this. Okay, once it is get started, okay, now you can pull any model of your interest. As of now I felt Llama 3.1 8 billion parameter model is good enough for our experimentation, so I thought to go ahead with this. Okay, since Colab gives free version gives hardly 16 GB VRAM. Okay, so out of which 8 GB this guy will take, and another 4-5 GB will be utilized by the diffusion model. So it's a almost balance, I would say. We can go ahead with this. Okay, but if you want to experiment with some other model, you are welcome. Okay, perfect. So we have loaded the model, and then here I'm just showcasing like the model is available. It's a latest variant of it. Yeah, once it is done, then as a requirements, I would say we need CrewAI and LangChain and HuggingFace. Okay, HuggingFace is basically to use the diffusion model over here. CrewAI is to orchestrate the different models. Okay, not models, the agents over here. Yeah, so and Grid.io for UI. Perfect. So once it is installed, okay, now I would say there are three variants I just created: v 1.0, and then v 2.0 and v 2.1. Okay, there are three variants of the same solution. Okay, in the first or initial release, okay, or in this initial one, I am explaining the core content, like what are the agents, how to create the agent, and how to finish the task. Okay, the core content will be explained here. Okay, after that, in the second release, here within the same video, I will be adding Grid.io UI for that. Okay, So with Grid.io, how the UI will look like, we'll see. Okay, and in the third step, v2.1, we're going to see how to add the diffusion model in order to create the images as well. Okay, and then once you do all these things, the overall solution look like this. Okay, so this is the overall final goal to do. Perfect. So let's start with the first one. Okay, so once you load everything, okay, after that let's start implementing it. Okay, so from CrewAI, okay, we need something called task, agent, and crew and LLM. Okay, agent is to initialize any agent. Okay, and then task is we'll see one by one all these things. Okay, and here these are the two different serper kind of tools. Here we need it in order to in live time or in real time we have to search for the different websites, and within the website search for the contents. Okay, those things we need to do. For that we need to use these live tools. Okay, so let's see. Okay, and now I'm giving the model name for yeah, as llama 3. Okay, so just load it. Okay, and before that I just want to highlight one issue. I would say not a major issue, but yeah, it's an issue with the CrewAI. The issue is CrewAI basically expect OpenAI API key. Okay, it is tightly coupled or bound with OpenAI. That's the issue. Okay, even though we are not using any OpenAI model, still it expects, unfortunately. Okay, so for that reason, in order to bypass it, I just return some dummy NA not available open API key. Okay, so that it will not complain or it will not block us. Okay, so that's why I just kept it in the environment. So if it require, it will take it, but anyway we are using a local model, we are hosting it, so it doesn't make any major difference. Okay, so this is the wrapper we need it here in order to load any model suitable for CrewAI to use as a brain. Okay, that's why LLM was required. So we load the brain as LLM llama 3 model. Okay, which is currently available on the local server. Okay, and then these are the tools in order to search the different websites, and for every website the content we have to extract. These are the possible tools which we can take it in order to do this job. Once we are done with it, okay, now we are creating our first agent. Okay, in order to create any agent, there is a specific format available. Okay, and this format may vary to some extent, but the overall idea will be same. I mean, compared to CrewAI, there are other options are also available in order to create agentic workflow. Okay, like Google also offers some options. Okay, and even LangChain also has some options. Okay, so overall I would say there are different ways, but overall content or the intentions will be the same. For example, with respect to CrewAI, we need to provide like what is the role of this agent. Okay, role, goal, backstory, and the model. Okay, these are the major things. We'll see one by one. Okay, what's the role? Role is this agent role is social media trend analyst. This is the role it is having. Okay, and then what's the goal? It will identify the trending topics and viral patterns. Okay, in the social media, that is his goal. Okay, and then in the backstory we have to explain a little more in detail about what is actually we are expecting this agent to do. For example, you are at an expert at spotting at viral patterns and analyzing social media trends across platforms. Okay, in order to do so, okay, the brain of this is the model which we loaded here, llama 3.1. Okay, and this we are telling agent you have the options to use search tool and like a scrap tool. These are the tools you have available. Okay, this LLM model will decide which tool to use at what place in order to perform the operation. Okay, I mean the option operation one will be we have to search through all the links on the social media, and then over the every link we need to see which links are suitable, and we have to check what are the content for every particular link, I would say the page. Okay, so when to use which tool? Here for our example we have only two tools. In other or in many other applications there will be more than two, multiple tools will be available. Okay, which one to use at what task or what operation is what this LLM going to decide. Okay, that's why we call it as the brain. Okay, so we have to provide the one brain or LLM, and we have to provide the available tools here. Okay, and visualization or the printing we need it, yes. And allow delegation means we this agent can allocate this job or a part of the job to some other agent. Okay, like some part of it can be done by another agent. Okay, this delegation is also possible to say yes, but this time for our experiment we are saying no, we don't need any kind of delegation, sorry. Yeah, perfect. So these are the some of the options. If you provide, the agent is now ready with it. In the same way we have to make one more like brand strategist. Okay, the role of this is a brand strategy consultation. Okay, like it is a it specializes this model. We are just explaining the agent is a specializes in startup positioning and building authentic brand narratives. Okay, we are providing the details like what it has to do, and it's the only tool available for this we are providing. Okay, and display all the content, yes. And again delegation is not possible, we are saying false. Okay, again I said the model we are providing the same here, we are not using multiple here. Perfect. In the same way let's create one more, the content creator. Okay, a social media content creator. Okay, it will, the job is to create the social media post that align with the brand strategy. Okay, that's the job here of this agent. Okay, and one more, yeah, I think done with the agents. Okay, once our agents are ready, okay, now we have to describe what are the tasks we need to do. Okay, you can imagine like for any task. Okay, in we have to provide what are the agents available. Okay, and which agent is dependent on what. Okay, like multiple tasks can go in parallel. Okay, so some tasks are dependent on each other, those things also we need to see. Okay, so for our experimentation, okay, here is a task number one. Okay, research. Okay, now we have to describe the complete story, what task it is. Okay, for example, we have to take the input like we discussed, what is the industry type. Okay, so this industry type will be coming from outside to this task as a input. Okay, and instead of this variable industry, whatever we pass it from the outside will be replaced here. So it look like this: research current trending topics in particular industry on social media platform. Okay, focuses on 1 2 3 4 points. Okay, and then okay, what is the expected output also you can provide. Okay, a detailed report listing 5 trending topics. Okay, with explanation and examples. Okay, and in order to do this task, okay, we need an agent. Okay, and this is the agent, trend agent. If you see little go up, here is the agent. Yeah, exactly. So take this agent and do this job. Okay, task is a detailed explanation will be available, like the description will be given along with the input types over here. Okay, whatever the data we are passing. Okay, and then we are binding it to a specific agent. Okay, to do, and you also can specify the format. Okay, you can also tell I need a JSON or some other format of output. Okay, those things are also possible. Okay, in the same way we need one more task. Okay, like develop a brand strategy. Okay, like in the same way you can pass which agent you are asking to do it. Okay, but take this note here. Okay, like the context. Okay, research task, what does it mean? It means this task depends on the research task. Okay, take the context whatever is coming, take the, in simple words, take the output of this task what is being generated by the research task, okay, take it as a input and based upon that develop a strategy, okay. So that's what this guy will wait. This strategy task will not trigger until research task get finished, okay. That's the way it goes, okay. And strategy task is using this particular strategy agent, okay. Again, the output format and description we have to provide, and here if you see we are passing the company name here, okay. It is also the input for us, okay. Based on the trend research, develop a brand strategy for so and so company. Perfect. So we have seen here the dependency part, okay. We are saying this task cannot get started or trigger until the other task get over, okay. And in the same way, okay, we have another task which is content creation, okay. Again, the company name and other stuff as input will utilize here, and we are telling for each post include so and so task. So we have to provide what it has to do, the description. Create 5 engaging social media posts for this company based upon the strategy, okay. And the agent is content agent, and context is strategy task. So this guy will wait till the strategy task get over, okay. That is the overall idea here, okay. Now we have done all these task creation, okay, and the dependency also we have seen it, okay. After this, okay, we need to create a complete pipeline here by using the CrewAI, okay. So here is this create a crew, okay. Crew basically is a in general it's a group of people which will do a specific task, okay. So in the same way here crew means a group of here agents and task, okay. For example, we have to list all the agents, okay, like agent 1 2 3 we have to provide the names, and the task also we have to provide like task 1 2 3, okay. And we don't need, I don't want to showcase intermediate results anywhere, okay. So I just failed false, okay. Perfect. So yeah, so this completes the complete crew creation, okay. We have created a crew with all these input task and agents available, okay. And then let's start kick off, or say in simple words run it, okay. Trigger the run or kick off the crew, okay. And here as a input, since we do not have any, I would say UI available in this first one, so we are passing the input from this, okay. Like the input name as sustainable fashion, okay, is a company name. Of course you can change to any other if you like, okay. And the company name as eco threads I given, okay. And here is the output. I can go quickly to the output. Intermediate results I'm skipping, yeah. So here are 5 engaging social media post for eco thread based upon the brand strategy, okay. Post 1 Instagram copy, and post 2 3 4 and so on, yeah. So it's possible to create it, okay. Like something, do you know that choosing second hand shopping can reduce waste by up to 80%, something at eco threads, something we believe in the power of pre-law fashion, something, yeah. So it will create like this kind of outcome, okay. And so in the first version we have seen like how to create it, different agents and their task and CrewAI, okay. Now in the second version, let us try to add a grad IO to implement the UI, okay. Rest of the things remain same, okay. So let me go for it, yeah. In this time it is little more structured, okay. Just I created run CrewAI as a one definition, okay, which will accept industry, again the same two inputs, industry name and company name, okay. and then internally it will try to load the stuff, all the things. For example, um, here the tools, it will get it. Okay, again the same agents which we have seen. Okay, 3 agents, and the task which we have seen, everything is same, no change here. Okay, and kick off everything, and is available here. Okay, again the industry type and company name is coming from outside. Okay, if you go little up, okay, here, yeah, as I said, this function will do all the work. Okay, it only expect the two inputs, industry name and company name. Okay, now we just need to trigger it from somewhere. Okay, so that's the idea. Now we are building the UI. Okay, so we use grid.io block. Okay, there are other options also from the grid.io, like I just mentioned here in order to provide you some little insights here. Okay, like grid.io interface is also available. Okay, which is a strict kind of input options. Okay, where you don't have to manually define the rows. Okay, it's another type of option from the grid.io. But in case of block, it is very dynamic, I would say. You have the options to sketch the complete io grid.io UI. Okay, I mean the which button, what color, what's the font, all those things you can do. It's not a static one. Okay, but in case of grid.io interface, it's kind of static, and it is very limited with the options. Okay, since we have some dynamic interactions with the input, so for that reason I chose grid.io block. Okay, and theme is soft. Okay, and here as a step one, we are creating the markdown. Let me show you 1 minute here. Okay, wait, maybe here. Okay, I think I off it, but good. Okay, no issues. I will go back here. So if you see here, like we are creating the first markdown, like a social media manager, then generate social media post is another markdown information we are posting here. That's what we are I'm showing here. Not here, wait, perfect. Yeah, so it's just one row information, no second row means here, sorry, column, it's only these are the two columns. Column one, you have social media and the target industry, company, and so on. And the second side, the second column, you have the generate visuals data and output of the post we are posting. These are the two columns, but in this case there is only one column, because currently in this we are not adding the visualization. Okay, that will come in the next block. Okay, so for that reason there is only one column. Okay, in that we are writing the social media markdown information. Okay, and then in the column we are asking like text box, like industry type. As a placeholder we are writing something sustainable fashion, like that. Again we are having one button and other stuff we will add it. Okay, and a button, click button, will be available in order to trigger everything, wherein we are providing the run CrewAI function name on upon launching, upon clicking the click button. Okay, it will trigger the function which is the run CrewAI manager, which is the function which has everything inside. Yeah, this guy. Okay, so that's the idea. Okay, with the inputs like industry name and the company name. Okay, and the output will be provided here. Okay, so this is the complete setup of the grid.io. And here, once it is launched, it will launch it over here. You will get one, since I off the collab run, so it's not available, but it's okay. But if you click over here or the UI, okay, it will start. Okay, I think my compute is not running, so it's not showing. I just off it. Okay, but it's okay. So this is how it looks, but we are having one more which is this is the intermediate result, not the final one, so I didn't run, but here is the final one which we have run and we generated the output. It's more or less the same way. What you see here is the same, except the right side options were disabled in that. Okay, perfect. Now let's see our the final 2.1, where we added the stable diffusion image generator as well over here. Okay, so again stuff are the same. Okay, and like loading the model. Okay, from here. Okay, and only the difference here is we need to also load the another model. Okay, one extra model we need to load, which is diffusion model. Okay, over here. Okay, like initialize the diffusion model. For that, like we discussed, we are using transformers library. Okay, so stable diffusion, okay, is available. Okay, and for our experimentation I am using a small little tiny model, which is, I know is not that great from result wise, but since it's a demo, so it should be okay in order to showcase the overall pipeline. Okay, so the reason for this tiny diffusion model is the memory usage. It requires little less space, and that's why, since we have compute issue. Okay, Colab, as I told, has hardly in the free version gives GPU of VRAM 16 GB, so we have to manage with it. Yeah, that's why I took this one. Perfect. ठीक है. So just take this guy. Okay, load the model, pre-trained model. Okay, and convert it to GPU. Okay, if available. In our case, yes, it's available. Okay, and then okay, just do the slicing enable here. Okay, it means like instead of calculating the entire attention matrix. Okay, we will do when it is needed. Okay, as we go, I mean the part of the AI that connect the word into pixels. Okay, all at once we will not do it. Okay, we'll break the things, the calculation, into smaller steps. Step by step we'll do, in order to minimize the processing time. Otherwise the limited memory will be a problem. Okay, so just slicing we are making it enable here. Okay, perfect. We loaded the model. Okay, and then again the same one function we need it, wherein will provide all the details, like what kind of agents we are loading. Okay, all these agents along with the this serper key we need to check. Little more sophistication has been added in the function. Okay, for example, check if the model company name is provided or not. Okay, check if the local model LLM is available or running or not, all those things. And also some progress bar. If you reach till this point, it will show 10% completed. Okay, we say initializing a message will be coming as a progress bar. Okay, and check if the serper key is available or not. Okay, this is required, the serper API key. I use the free version over here. It is required in order to create search for the internet, all the web pages. Okay, for that it is required. Okay, but in the free version you can still do a lot. Maybe let me check if it is available. I can show you serper key. Yeah, let's see. Okay, this is the link. You can come here and create you can create a free version, get free 2500 credit. Okay, then you can use it for your experimentation. Since it's a experiment, you can use it and complete your understanding how it works. Okay, so serper is available, take it, and it will help you to search through all the web pages and content. Okay, one of the way to do it. Okay, so perfect. Let me come back. Just yeah, I mean to say, just sign in up and then go and create a API key and then use API key over here. Yeah, perfect. So that is happening here. Okay, after that just check is everything working fine or not. If not, return null. Okay, why means sometimes assume if it is doesn't there, then we can write something like this in the agent. If it is not there, in that case uh, don't perform anything, fall back to the LLM. Then LLM will decide what to do. It will itself work as a search tool, and it will generate some data and give us. Okay, so that's what the brain purpose is. It will decide what to do. Okay, so if it is empty, if tools are not available, it has to do by itself. Okay, let's see. So that's one new thing here. We have passed here. Again we have to create the agents, different agents, and again the task. But again with that the progress bar we are showing as we go. If we hit till this line, it says 30% completed and so on. Okay, and the progress bar 50% and so on. Okay, so the task has to be decided. Okay, and one thing in this task is the change, some minor change in the strategy task. Okay, uh, yeah, yeah, not over here in the content creation task. Okay, we are changing a bit. Okay, the change is whatever the output you are getting, okay, from the content task. Okay, in that content task, okay, just also create a prompt, image prompt as a output. Okay, so let's see little closely here. Okay, we are telling create 5 engaging social media post for this company. Okay, including a post like the content type, best time, etc. Okay, and then we are saying generate one image prompt at the end. We need one image prompt also based upon the content what is being created from the strategy task. Okay, based upon that try to create one image prompt. Why we need image prompt? In order to create the image. Okay, so the strategy analyst data whatever is coming, based upon that we will be creating a prompt at the end. Okay, that is I printed here a minimalistic logo for tech living company. Okay, featuring a stylized T kind of made up of interconnected smart devices, etc. This kind of what said a prompt will be generated. Okay, based upon the inputs search coming from the strategist agent. Okay, take this and as an input and create a prompt and generate an image based upon the prompt. Okay, that's what we are telling here. Okay, so we are telling create a prompt. Okay, at the end. So that's the task. Okay, let's see. Again a crew we have to create and kick off you can do. Okay, and then extract. Okay, once you do kick off, then you run it and you get the output. Okay, this output you take it, and then from this within the output extract the prompt. What is the prompt? Search for content like image, capital image, prompt, small, or some other format, we don't know. So search for all these possible ways and get the prompt. Okay, whatever is coming after prompt, take that content. Okay, that's what we are trying to do. Extract the prompt over here. Okay, and then use this prompt in order to generate the image. Okay, and for generation we are using the stability diffusion model. Okay, with these specific parameters. Okay, again you can play around with these parameters. Okay, like image prompt we are giving. Okay, the inference we are giving. Okay, I just written like number of times the model refines the image for random noise. Okay, like in general what is happening, stable diffusion internally uses like unit in order to sketch the image, okay, based upon the prompt is given. Okay, this text prompt will be passed through the clip model, okay, which will give the embeddings of the text, and these embeddings will be utilized as the input, and then a unit will try to generate the or sketch the image. Okay, so these embeddings whatever being generated will be utilized, okay, and the query key values will be created out of it, and these query key values will be utilized and attention against the pixels of the image will be created. It means which particular word is good. For example, I can say the cat sitting on the table. Okay, so now the which part of the pixels in the image the unit should sketch the cat, and which part of the pixels in the image, okay, portion of the pixels in the image we should focus towards the table. Okay, in the same way which part should be background wall, okay, and so on. This attention creation is required. Okay, we will do this part, and then unit will start from a random noisy image and try to sketch something, and against the embeddings of the clip of the image, sorry, against the embeddings of the text will be compared. Okay, and then we'll say whether it is good or bad. Okay, so all those things we are telling here. How many number of times you are telling the model to refine the generated output? If you increase the number here, it will take more time, of course, because it's taking multiple attempts. If you take a smaller number, the result may not be that good. Okay, it's a trade-off between the two. Okay, so I just written as a standard a sweet spot as 20 for our experimentation. Yes, okay, and here one more, like the guidance scale. Okay, how closely you should follow the prompt given to us as an input while you are creating the or generating the image. Okay, here we are telling 7.5%. Okay, that is how the form inputs we have to pass to the stable diffusion pipeline, and accordingly it will generate the model. And when you hit this model, we say 90% work is done. Okay, and then some exceptions we are handling. Okay, if in case if there is an issue in the generation or something other issues, we are just handling the all those errors or exceptions. Perfect. Again we have grid IO where we are having block. Okay, then some title. Okay, and some extra stuff we are just trying to display. For example, you can see here status LLM ready or not, all those things we have to check and we have to print. So that's what information we are checking. If it is available, it is true, otherwise no, not available. Okay, the status of everything we have to check. LLM pipeline is ready, yes, otherwise no, and so on. Okay, and this time, as we discussed, we are having two sections parallelly available. Okay, two columns we are using. Okay, column 1 where we are having text boxes like target industry, company name, and so on. Okay, let me show you again, like here target industry, column name, and a button. Okay, on the other side there will be another column where we are having the generated visuals and the text. Okay, again we have a button which is a click button. Okay, when you click on this generate button, okay, it will generate the content and image. Okay, so here the inputs we have to pass as social media in industry type and the company name. Okay, that's it. So just demo dot launch you click. Okay, and shareable means you will create a key URL. For example, let me show you. Here is the public URL it will create. Shareable is true, It means you keep your notebook up and running, okay, and share this link to anyone, okay, and they can open in their browser and they can run it, okay, and they can use it, okay. So but it will be running on your collab notebook, and they can run it from remotely somewhere else, okay. This just to showcase the demonstration to anyone, you can use it as well, okay. So that is how it works. Like here also it shows all this. So I just click it over here in the publicly available URL. Once I click, I open it over here, and I'm showing you the visuals over here, okay, with the result. Perfect. So that's it from in this video. And in this video, like we discussed, we have seen the overall a social media platform manager for doing the automated content creation for digital marketing. Thanks everyone for your time, and see you in the next time.